Warning, before watching this video, you must understand that this is dealing with the truth and the absolute truth and nothing but the truth. And for those that cannot take the strong language in the video and the harsh truth about reality, well, unfortunately, this video here is not for you. You might want to go watch something else. This truth here is not no plaything. We're not going to hold your hand here. So if you're coming here, you better come here with an open mind and act like an adult. Thank you.
Behind me, do I follow my instincts blindly? Do I hide my pride from these bad dreams and give in to sad thoughts that are maddening? Do I sit here and try to stand it, or do I try to catch them red-handed? Do I trust some and get fooled by phoniness, or do I trust nobody and live in loneliness? Because I can't hold on when I'm stretched so thin. I make the right moves but I'm lost within. I put on my daily facade but then I just end up getting hurt again by myself. I ask why. But in my mind I can't rely on myself. I ask why. But in my mind I can't rely on myself. I can't hold on to what I want when I'm stretched so thin. It's all too much to take in. I can't hold on to anything, watching everything spin. With thoughts of failure sinking in. If I turn my back, I'm defenseless. And to go blindly seems senseless. If I hide my pride and let it all go on, then they'll take from me till everything is gone. If I let them go, I'll be outdone. But if I try to catch them, I'll be outrun. If I'm killed by the questions like a cancer, then I'll be buried in the silence of the answer by myself. I ask why. But in my mind I can't rely on myself. I ask why. But in my mind I can't rely on myself. I can't hold on to what I want when I'm stretched so thin. It's all too much to take in. I can't hold on to anything, watching everything spin. With thoughts of failure sinking in. How do you think? I've lost so much. So afraid. I'm out of touch. How do you expect I will know what to do when all I know is what you tell me to? Don't you? I can't tell you how to make it. No matter what I do, how hard I can't seem to convince myself I'm stuck on the outside. Don't you? I can't tell you how to make it. No matter what I do, how hard I can't seem to convince myself I'm stuck on the outside. I can't hold on to what I want when I'm stretched so thin. It's all too much to take in. I can't hold on to anything, watching everything spin. With thoughts of failure sinking in. I can't hold on to what I want when I'm stretched so thin. It's all too much to take in. I can't hold on to anything, watching everything spin. With thoughts of failure sinking. I can't hold on to what I want when I'm stretched so thin. It's all too much to take in. I can't hold on to anything, watching everything spin. With thoughts of failure sinking in. If I turn my back, I'm defenseless. And to go blindly seems senseless. If I hide my pride and let it all go on, then they'll take from me till everything is gone. If I let them go, I'll be outdone. But if I try to catch them, I'll be outrun. If I'm killed by the questions like a cancer, then I'll be buried in the silence of the answer by myself. I ask why. But in my mind I can't rely on myself. I ask why. But in my mind I can't rely on myself. I can't hold on to what I want when I'm stretched so thin. It's all too much to take in. I can't hold on to anything, watching everything spin. With thoughts of failure sinking in. How do you think I've lost so much? So afraid I'm out of touch. How do you expect I will know what to do when all I know is what you tell me to? Don't you? I can't tell you how to make it. No matter what I do, how hard I can't seem to convince myself. I'm stuck on the outside. Don't you? I can't tell you how to make it. No matter what I do, how hard I can't seem to convince myself. I'm stuck on the outside. I can't hold on to what I want when it's just so big. It's all too much to take.
Hey guys, what's going on? What's going on? Back at it again, and I hope you saw the whole advisory warning on the video, because this video is going to be, well, we're going to get down to business with this video. Why am I wearing these shades? Because I'm a little tired and I don't want to be looking at the camera and all that, so just bear with me and don't mind that. You know, when I'm tired and I don't want to look at the camera and you know, I don't want to be seen too much and I'm just like, you know, annoyed, I'm not in the mood, you know, I'll put my shades on just to relax my eyes while I'm talking. My eyes are actually closed right now, believe it or not, because I'm a little tired. Anyways, we're going to be talking about this right now. And I want your undivided attention to what exactly we're going to be talking about here today on Serious Sin and Temple. This is very serious. Because you must understand what is getting ready to happen on this planet is due to what happened in September 1619, the 21st. September the 21st, 1619. So, we're going to deal with this now. One moment. So, I made a few videos concerning, you know, the Merkabahs and the truth about old negative blood and these orc beings, and you know, a little bit about, you know, this and that and the third. This video is going to be concerning these other life forms on the planet Earth, ourselves, other planets, what happened on this planet. And we're going to be going in depth on what's exactly happening here. There's going to be a lot of videos being made now because this time is really critical right now. I'm also going to have a video with one of the guys I'm real cool with. He's going to be asking me questions like that. Be on the lookout for that video. I'm going to most likely do it on my cell phone and stuff like that. You'll see me on the video. You'll see him on the video. It will be recorded and it will be uploaded, and I'm going to be making some more interesting videos as well. You know, like I said, I am not no spiritual guru. I am not no so-called spiritual teacher. You know, I'm not, you know, some shaman in the rainforest or something. Okay, I'm just a really cool dude that ran across a lot of very interesting information throughout my life and had a lot of life experiences. And I'm here today to talk a little bit about that and what I know and what I don't know. And we're going to talk about some of the history on what happened here in your so-called Bible and how all this stuff is relative to today. Are you ready? So, as you are now aware, in today's society, we, no matter where we go, eventually, if you look hard enough on social media, maybe television, your phone, wherever so have you, keep running into these so-called slavery narratives that are out here. If you are a person of carbon, if you're Hispanic, if you're Brazilian, if you're African American, if you're African, if you are a person of dark carbon-based energy, a person with woolly hair for the most part, a person with carbon in their bodies, what is referred to as Negroid or so-called black today, you are very special people, and the government knows this. This entire country, the United States, was built off of the backs of so-called black men and women in this society. This society wouldn't have even lasted if it wasn't for the Reconstruction era in the first place. we're gonna talk about this now. We're gonna really get on this. I want you guys to understand something. A lot of the stories that they told you about so-called slavery is not true. Okay? And we're gonna be dealing with this right now. Number one, okay? They tell you that you guys came off of boats from Africa to America. That they came on these big boats, these so-called white men. They came off these big boats, right? And that they got you guys from Africa and brought you back. That is a bold-faced lie. I made a video concerning this topic, and that is a 3 to 4 month boat ride. They said that they had you guys lined up on top of each other, like dominoes or something, or like planking on top of one another. Every human being's lymphatic system and central nervous system will shut down if they can't move, and they're stuck on top of each other like that. They can't even move, and the person on the bottom will clearly die due to being exposed to so much weight from all the bodies being stacked up on top of each other. Don't all human beings need to defecate? Literally, don't all human beings need to use the bathroom? What happens when a human being is not allowed to use the bathroom because there's no toilets in the 1619? In 1619 when so-called slavery started, right? You guys are going to have to defecate. When this happens, because you guys are defecating on top of each other and there's no toilets, that manure, the leftover bodily waste from your bodies will become poisonous. And because you guys are supposedly being whipped and getting all these lashings, right? Wouldn't all that stuff, all that waste and debris get into your wounds and stuff like that? Wouldn't you guys get poisoned from the urine and the stool or fecal matter? Also, what about the sanitary concerns? The sanitary concerns, dealing with, they didn't have Lysol back then, Pine Sol. You know? They didn't have all that stuff back then. They said that they had, you know, if this is a boat ride for 3 to 4 months, right? Correct? Because they acted like they kept going back and forth, trying to get you guys from Africa. If that's the case, and it's 3 to 4 month boat ride, I would like to know which part of the land in the United States, which part of the land was deforested to make those supposed giant boats that they supposedly made. Those boats were crops in a movie, just so you know. You can't find no land that was deforested in around 1619 or in the 1600s to create those giant boats to find it.
Also, if you do your research, you will actually see that all the numbers and all these articles that came out back then, and their so-called newspapers back then and all this stuff, and even the articles of today, the numbers of slaves were inconsistent that were coming off the boats in your so-called slavery narrative. They said thousands, 100,000s, a million, a billion slaves. I mean, which number is it? They're lying.
You can find the Titanic, the Henrietta Marie, the boats from the Balkan Wars. You can find the boats from when colonialism first started, all the way up into its end point. To this very day, you can find these boats. You can even find sunken ships that held treasure within them. All of these old pirate ships that were around. You even have these small boats, you know. I mean, there's so much stuff wrong with this story of so-called slavery from Africa to America. There's so many holes in this story. For example, they said that people were being whipped off of these boats and people were dying. Any businessman understands this. If you're coming from so-called Africa to America, right? Because you went supposedly from America to Africa, now you're coming back, right? From Africa to America. If this is a 3 to 4 month boat ride to just get over there, then to come back is going to be another 3 to 4 month boat ride. So essentially, you wasted practically about, let's see, 3 to 4 months. We're looking at 7 to 8 months of you guys going over there and then coming back. And you guys are whipping all these people. Let me tell you something. If you're destroying and killing all the people that are supposed to make your empire whatever the hell it is you're going to have them do on the landmass that you want them to be on to work for you for no pay, and for you to reap in all the benefits off of the back of the black woman and child and her damn husband, and you want to make all these profits off of their back. Wouldn't whipping them and weakening them and hurting them and killing them off and them falling off boats and all this other stuff, just like what you put in the movie Roots, right? Because that's what you stupid motherfuckers did, right? Wouldn't that mean that you're killing off the majority of the workers that are going to help build your supposed empire before you get to the US? That is ludicrous bullshit. What kind of fucking moron would do something like that? What kind of idiot would do something like that? You're killing off most of the people that are going to work for you. No, every businessman understands how stupid and idiotic this idea sounds. So I'm going to get 80 people, for an example, and then whip and beat the hell out of half of them, and I only got 40 people left to work for me when we get back to the Americas. Do you not see and hear how stupid that sounds? Let's deal with the food. In 1619, they didn't have refrigeration back then. Refrigeration started in the 1920s, man. That's when refrigeration started. For the most part. So what about the fish? And all, wouldn't they have to sprinkle salt on all this supposed fish that they got? Huh? And what about the fruits and the vegetables and all this stuff? What about the rice and the barley? The wine and all this stuff? Huh? Where are they gonna put all these fruits and vegetables? The sun is beaming on you guys right now. Y'all don't have no cover over your boat. We're talking about 1619 over here, around this time. Y'all supposed technology back then was primitive at best with these so-called white men, because they didn't know half the shit to nothing. I mean, the guns that they had for colonialism was given to them by the Moors around 1492 or whatever in Spain. So what is this nonsense? That shit, the technology for guns was given to them by darker people that you also call black today. The same ones that they supposedly hunting in this situation, or trying to enslave in this situation. Another thing, because we're gonna get to the meat of this. I'm just speaking this to get this out there. What about your sanitary concerns? People could get scurvy along the way going from where y'all going. If people are getting sick from fecal matter and urine and all, if people are getting sick from all the urine and fecal matter and not being able to be fed well and all this other stuff, how are you going to cure these individuals that are becoming sick along the boat ride? This is a 3 to 4 month boat ride going and then coming back, so that's 6 to 7 to 8 months. The food, right? So you telling me, listen to this nonsense. So you telling me that these guys, because all you saw was 6 European white guys on the movie Roots, right? Because this is the nonsense that they speaking to you people that y'all eating up this garbage. It was 6 to 7 European white guys with whips in their hands, no guns. You got 300 to 400 so-called Africans on a boat, right? Wouldn't the logic of power in numbers click into the majority of these men in their head to overpower 6 to 7 white guys with whips in their hand? They would have been overpowered within seconds of getting on that boat. I saw 6 to 7 European white guys with whips in their hands, no ammunition whatsoever, and all these supposed black people are scared for their lives. On average, black male bodies are far stronger or superior, whatever the hell you want to call it, compared to a white man's body. You see it in sports. You got 300 to 400 Africans staring down 6 white guys with whips in their hand, and they didn't think to overpower them? You telling me this? You feeding me this bullshit? The same idiot bullshit that you people want to eat up every day. Come on, the story don't make no sense, guys. Any businessman will lose his shit if he's losing all the people that's going to work for him before he even gets to the Americas. Any businessman will lose his shit. Oh, one slave died? How can we keep him alive? Because you don't want to go back to Africa to go get them again. That's an 8-month boat ride in total. Don't make no sense. You know, as well as the fact, I would like to know this as well. If you have fruits and vegetables, because you don't have any refrigeration, wouldn't they become stale along the way? I mean, this is a 7 to 8 month boat ride, right? Because it's 4 months to go and then 4 months to come back, approximately. You could see it. You could do the research for yourself to see if I'm lying or not. I'm telling the truth. Do the research. You know. So this is why I'm saying this whole slavery narrative don't make no damn sense. You so-called African Americans were already here as the Aztecs, the Incas, the Mayans, the Olmec, your Native American people, your Washita Mers, your Chickasaw tribe, your Seminole, and many more. Many more. But let me get into the meat of this video. I just wanted to say all that to let you guys see that this slavery narrative is bullshit, and you should really look this stuff up what I'm telling you. Because this story don't make no sense no matter how way you turn it. And people are still falling for this to this very day. We're gonna get into the meat of this video. We're gonna get into this. Now, we spoke about this in your so-called Bible, the one that was made by these mankind that you got out here, these so-called orc beings that these orc beings. Why do we call them orcs? It is because most of the people that's out here are not what we think they are. And I'm going to get on this right now. Your Bible is only truly speaking about the history of so-called white people. It is their book, not ours. The church is an indoctrination system created specifically to destroy our carbon-based people, to fragment us mentally, spiritually, in every other way possible, to make us look at ourselves as less than, to make us worship the image of a Caucasian person. Your Caesar Borgia or Ptolemy the First Soter in Rome, your Council of Nicaea that was in Rome, created this so-called Jesus concoction, and we did create so-called which we refer to as your Caucasians on this planet. We did. This is where you get your whole Roman, all these stories about Rome and Egypt and all this other stuff. We did create people down here with genetic engineering, but the mass majority of the people that are so-called Caucasian today, and these Chinese and these Arabs and East Indians, I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of these people, mostly dealing with your Caucasians, came off of spaceships on U.S. soil. In your Bible, they talk about ships. These ships that they talking about. They're not talking about regular ships or boats on water. No, they're talking about spaceships. I'm going to come out and say this right now. Most of these so-called white people that you have out here, and these other people that we call supposedly different races, that are not like us, carbon-based people, okay, with the wool-like hair. Most of these people, like your Hispanics is part of, for the most part, not Mexicans. Mexicans, they are part of these orc beings as well, okay? Mexicans are not, they're not truly what a Hispanic is supposed to be, okay? These Mexicans are along with white people as well. Okay? Let me explain this. What is an orc? It's an ogre. Most of them are greenish brown. Some of them are pale even. A creature with fangs in its mouth. Its fangs hanging outside of its mouth. A monster. A creature, a huge creature that's looking for problems. It looks like a demon. It's running around creating all kinds of problems. They show you these kinds of creatures in something called World of Warcraft. They have games like World of Warcraft, where you see these ogres or these orc-like beings walking around creating problems, being extremely vicious and violent and things like this. You have Shrek, the movie Shrek. You have what you refer to as your Lord of the Rings as well. These movies, if you actually look at World of Warcraft, a lot of I believe they even have a World of Warcraft movie on YouTube. Search it up. These orcs or ogres look very much like a Caucasian person. That is for a reason. And in your movie Shrek, they showed you Shrek turned into a human man, and when he did, he looked like a Caucasian man. Fiona turned it from a human Caucasian-looking woman to an ogre, orc. Why? It is because they are trying to let us know that the true identity of these people is orcs or ogres. Orcs, O-R-C-S. They come from a planet called Erd. Yes, Erd. And then they transferred there to other planets, and they were getting themselves into a lot of trouble, and then they ended up on a planet called Egypt. Egypt, the planet Egypt, is what they are referring to in your Bible, in your so-called biblical books and stuff like this. They are not referring to your Egyptians in ancient Egypt in Africa. No, they are not referring to, and also Africa is not Africa, it's called Sumeria. Okay? Don't let these orcs fool you. Okay, they don't want you to know the name of that place called Sumeria, because eventually you're going to figure out that you had ancient Sumerian gods that was there. Giant woolly-haired people with dark skin like myself. You understand? They don't want you to know. That's why they dubbed it Africa, the land of the conquered Moors, or whatever you want to call it. Listen to me carefully. These people, these orc beings, they came from a planet called Egypt. First Erd, which is planet Erd or planet Orc. And they're constantly going back and forth from there, planet Erd, to Russia. How are they doing this? Through Stargate portals that were just recently destroyed. They destroyed their own planet through infighting and warring amongst each other, because they're outside of nature. Their own elders from their own planet called planet Erd kicked them off their planet. And then ever since, and not only that, a lot of them escaped from prison, because a lot of these people were slaves. A lot of them were slaves and workers on their own planet. A lot of them started infighting amongst each other. They were infighting with one another. And their elders said, you know what, get the hell out of here. We don't want you guys here. Your 13 families. Your so-called 13 families, or whatever you want to call it. See, what you guys fail to understand is this. When they were running around warring and creating wars with other beings, because they live in the Zeta universe. They live in that part of the universe. And, you know, they made allegiances with certain gray aliens. They made allegiances with certain Draconians. They made allegiances with certain Arcturians. They made allegiances with certain other Palladians and other tall whites, because these people, these so-called Caucasians, are the so-called tall whites. Let me tell you something, because they're not going to tell you this nowhere. Y'all need to know this. See, I want you guys to know something. See, another thing they're not going to tell you is this. While they were fighting amongst each other, right? eventually they wound up on a planet called Egypt, where our people, the carbon-based 9 ether beings, the Anunnaki, the Anunnakis, the dark-skinned, woolly-haired people that you refer to as black today, were there and in control of that planet. And we saw what they were doing. And we got them and rounded them up and enslaved them there on that planet. Okay? We enslaved them there on that planet, and we had them working for us and stuff like this. We saw what they was doing, and we didn't like what they was doing. And you see, on planet Earth as well, they're not going to tell you this, but the creator of these people is Prometheus, Enki, the one they refer to as Zeus. Enki he had a hand in creating these beings, and they revolted against their own. They revolted against their own kind. Well, they're against their masters. They revolted against their own masters. How were they created? These orc beings. They were created with 2% of the African markers. They found a black person's dead body, and they patched in 2% because that's all they could use. 2% of the so-called African markers. They patched it into their own DNA. They sewed it in, along with orc DNA, of course, and animal DNA. And their blood is like, for the most part, it's like sewage and stuff like this. Their blood is like slime for the most part. Their blood don't have what our blood has. Okay, all right. This is why they want blood transfusions from black people and stuff like this to keep themselves alive and stuff like this. Okay, these people were made unnatural. They don't come from the earth. Okay, that's why they're destroying Mother Nature to this very day. Something's wrong with these damn people. I'm just being straight up. It's not even out of hatred that I'm saying this. It's out of reality. Y'all can't intake the sun. Y'all not made from nature. No. Anyways, continuing on. Planet Earth, or Planet Orc, is where they come from. They destroyed their own planet to the point that they got kicked off their own planet. And today's time, they've replenished their planet by using the Earth's resources and bringing it through Stargate portals onto planet Earth. They've replenished their planet while destroying Tiamat or Kai or Earth today. But all the chemtrailing, all the garbage in the water, all this crazy shit that they doing, killing up animals, having sex with animals, all this crazy stuff that they doing. We're gonna deal with this. See, when these people escaped off of planet Egypt, because they were prisoners there, they were enslaved there and all this other stuff, because we saw what they was doing, and they most likely came to planet Egypt as well to start problems. Then we kicked their ass and then enslaved them. All right, we became their masters. We was always going to be their masters in the first place. We the ones who made them anyways. We had them working there for us. We enslaved them. All right, because we saw what they was doing, and we knew that if we let them just run around freely, they're going to destroy other planets and stuff like this. They broke out of jail. They broke out of prison and became planetary fugitives or galactic pirates from planet Egypt, and they came off of spaceships. They stole spaceships that belonged to our people for the most part. They got on those spaceships. They called their other Archon or Draconian or Zeta brothers and sisters, and then they used some of our own technology, our Stargate portals and stuff like that, to get to Tiamat or Kai or Key Earth here. And when they used that technology, then they called their own to come to this part of the galaxy. They saw our planet here. They saw our planet here. If you read your Bible carefully, you will see that a lot. If you read that Bible carefully, you will see that a lot of the stuff that happened on that planet called Egypt, when they talk to you about this individual called Moses. Moses was no regular person that was just here in supposed Africa and trying to, oh, let my people go and all this. No. Let me explain this to you. Do your research on the Moses statues in Rome or in Greece, or ancient Rome or Greece, you will see that Moses is a man that, in my opinion, looks much more like a Caucasian man with horns on his head. Do your research. Moses is not what you all think he is. He went to planet Egypt and tried to set those people free. I don't know if there was a rebellion going on, but he set those people free on planet Egypt, right? And some of them broke out of prison. He was probably the one that helped them do it. Who knows? But he did play a pivotal role in them being set free. That's why they call Moses their savior. What do you mean they call Moses your savior? What you mean? These people are the Israelites in your Bible. They are the Israelites that are spoken about in your Bible. It is not you so-called black people. It is not, yeah. And they try to put, 12 tribes of Israel, and they try to put Levi and Solomon and all this other shit to confuse your ass. They are the Israelites. They just want you see, you don't get it. They put burnt brass skin and woolly hair and all that to confuse you. They put that, Jesus Christ, excuse me. You know, I'm drinking something. They put that in your Bible to confuse you. They put that in your Bible to confuse you. To make you think you are them. So that way you can keep worshiping their supposed God, which is Set. Sashan. Satan. Yes, they worship the devil. Yes, they do. Look at their little rock and roll music and all this other stuff. What they always worshiping? They worshiping the devil. They do. They do, for the most part. They do. I told you, this video is gonna go in deep. This video is gonna go in deep, and a lot of people are gonna hate this freaking video. I don't care. All right? They go against nature. That's for a reason. The Israelites are these so-called white people. And they help to create these supposed other so-called races, because these Chinese people, they're orcs too. They're just a different branch in the species. See, what I'm understanding, what I'm starting to understand now, is that a lot of the history that we were told in this country was bullshit. That American anthem about rockets glad rare and bursting in air and you know and all this other stuff. You know what they're talking about? And the flag was still there. Oh, say, can you see by the stars' early light? All that. You know what that's about? That's about when they came to Planet Kai, Tiamat. Well, that's when they came here on their ships and they were monitoring us. And they were fighting with us. And they saw that they could not beat us. We were destroying their asses up in here. Because they saw that we were immortal beings here. And they couldn't stop us. We were destroying all these spaceships. We were flying. They said that they saw beings raising to the heavens and all this other stuff. They talking about us, the carbon-based people, that were literally using our psychic abilities and flying around and all this. And they were losing the war. Because they wanted to come to our planet to take over the resources, because they said we have to go to the planet of the gods. They never seen us before. You know why? Because after Enki created them, for the most part, he left off and went ahead and did his own thing for the most part. So they had a lot of ancient stories about this guy called Enki. And by the time around the rebellion started on planet Earth, by the time the rebellion started, they only knew him they only saw certain statues of him of what they, you know, they thought he looked like or whatever. They had the original statues, but as you know, they probably saw his features and saw what he looked like, and it kind of bothered them a little bit, so they wanted to change it up and make him look more like what they look like. This is where you get all your Zeus stories from. A supposed giant man that had all this power and all that. Yeah, it was Enki Prometheus. The one, yeah, search it up. Hey, we going in. We going in now. Because I need you to understand this. So they came, they saw us with all these kinds of extraterrestrial powers. We were destroying all these spaceships and all this. They were shooting rockets and missiles at us, and for hundreds of freaking years, man. Well, not hundreds of years necessarily, but decades of warring did happen. Decades of freaking warring happened, man. And they were losing the fight. So you know what they did? Eventually they realized that the towers that we had set up that were letting us tap into our special abilities and stuff like this, because these towers were also made for the planet Earth. We should have made the towers inside and inner Earth. We're doing that now. We already accomplished that now. But we had them out in the open. And eventually they realized that there was a connection to our powers and our psychic self and these towers. So they started blowing up these towers, and some of our people started falling from the sky to the ground and stuff like this. It don't necessarily mean that we need the towers to use our abilities, because we don't. But when we were reliant on these towers for a reason back then, because we were trying to use these towers to better help the planet evolve into its next stage of evolution. They saw that Sirius, or the planet Nibiru, was near where you refer to as your, because it's really the North Pole. What they call the North Pole. See, you don't get it. Where's the North Pole? That's really that's where really Antarctica's at. And where they tell you the North Pole's at, that's really the South Pole. Everything is in reverse, man. You could blame these assholes in Rome, Caesar or whatever the fuck his name is. You could blame them for that. They switched the map up. Everything's actually backwards. Everything's in reverse, man. Yes, search it up. So, get this. They shot a very condensed beam toward where the supposedly where they call the North Pole is really where it's Antarctica really. They shot a beam of energy, an explosive beam of energy, a very dense and destructive, powerful beam. And what it did was, this beam is somehow like, how do you say, in better words, for lack of better words, this ray of energy that they shot toward the that pole, the North Pole, right? It exploded in such a way where the energy, it was such a huge explosion that basically Nibiru was actually pushed away from our planet Earth, and because it's the second sun, it was heating up that part of the Earth. Because that also, a lot of that heat was going into Agharta, inner Earth, Shambhala. So, guess what happened? Because Nibiru was pushed away from that access point on the planet Earth, which is Antarctica, which they will not tell you. Do your research or go to RFG Chosen One for him to prove this to you, because I just simply do not have the time. Because this happened, the Earth got into a rage. All these towers were destroyed. A lot of the people were being mowed down. Billions of our people were killed up with these guns and machines from these freaking spaceships and stuff like this. Because while these towers were being destroyed, a lot of us were losing our memory because we were reliant on these towers at the time. We wasn't prepared for war at the time. If we would have put these towers in a different location, we would have been better off. But because we were being peaceful, and they came and disrupted everything that we was doing, we was loving nature and being peaceful with one another and loving each other. We wasn't into this war and bullshit. We was one with that earth. We was one with that brother. You understand what I'm saying? We was one with our damn sister out here. And then they come and botch shit up. So guess what now? Man, this shit happened, right? And then they started flooding themselves on the planet, spaceships, and they were fighting amongst each other. This is where you get your, oh, they're Jews, oh, they're Israelites, oh, they're this, they're that. Because it's different belief systems. It's different belief systems. If you believe in the so-called Messiah or whatever, oh, you're an Israelite. If you this, you that. They had all kinds, yo, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. There's people that's already figuring this shit out now. The Israelites are Caucasian people. It is. It's them. And these other people that's out here, like these Chinese and all them, they're in this equation as well. They flooded themselves on the planet with different spaceships and stuff like this. And when they came here, you know where their spaceships are? You're not going to believe this. You know that place that they call Area 51? That's where their spaceships are being held to this very day. That's why they don't want nobody walking around there. You have so many goddamn stories about that damn place concerning aliens and stuff like this. They the freaking aliens that came here and fucked your shit up, so-called black man and black woman. They the ones here. You understand? You should have known something was up when you started seeing that they blood type and something's wrong with the way they move and the way that they act and all this other stuff. Y'all should have known that there was something wrong with these motherfuckers, man. And you even have a German white dude on YouTube expressing his concerns and saying that they're called the tall whites and they don't come from here for the most part. Why is he saying that? It's because it's the truth. He's trying to tell you. Y'all just don't get it. Y'all think that most of these people was created through genetic engineering. No, that was just a few people, man. So, listen to this now. They come here, they start raping, killing, robbing, burning, stealing, killing people up, chopping people up at the stake, chopping people's bodies up, feeding it to their dogs and feeding it to their so-called military, burning, destroying the crops in the fields, killing people up for no reason, enslaving people, beating into people's heads. You gonna believe in this God? These people came, and when they came, tell you something, they made sure that they instilled in our heads that we were inferior, because they didn't want to see the rise of our people again. And our people told them in September 1619, the 21st, we told them they only had 400 years to live it up while they still can. And they laughed in our motherfucking face and killed our people up. These goddamn Israelite bastards from fucking planet Earth or planet Egypt, if you will. A bunch of fucking space pirate renegade motherfuckers, man. A bunch of galactic pirates, man. And these Arcturians, you know, they know better either. They helped them. They helped them to come here and fuck our shit up. They was here warring and killing people up too. Then they eventually left. They're working with Zeta, with all kinds of Zetas, man. They're working with all kinds of Zetas from that location, man. What do they call it? The Zeta constellation or whatever they want to call it? I forget. But let me not get distracted, man. See, yes, we did create so-called white people on Earth. Yes, we did. This is where you get your cynocephaly from. Okay? This is where you get, you know, the Moors in Spain and all this other stuff, and with Caucasians, and we introduced them to mathematics and all this stuff, and taught them how to shower, and when we taught them civilization and all that. Yes, we did create people here. We did create people here. There's proof and all that. But there was a time around the 1600s, man, or a little bit before that, actually, where other beings off of spaceships came here and look just like your Caucasians, because they are them. You're Israelites, and they came here and killed your fucking people up and had you believe the whole fucking time that you were these so-called supposedly chosen people and so-called Bible and all that. That's just them, man. The Bible talks all about their history, how they went to other planets, not just ours, and they killed it and had sex with the women there and try to create offspring with the people over there and take over their land and kill people up and do all kinds of backward shit. They are the abomination of the universe, man. There, I said it. And now the 400-year mark is about to show up now. The 400, yeah, September's coming. You understand that? September's coming, and with that comes the final act, if you will, or what you refer to the curtain raiser, or the closing of the book in this situation. All the pages with y'all in them are going to be burned up, never to be seen again or read again, because y'all want to fuck up our planet. This is information you're not going to really get nowhere else. You might get it off of maybe here or there, but for the most part, nobody's talking about this. So I'm going to come and tell you. You have some people that's talking about it, but not too many. Y'all came on our planet. Y'all don't belong here. The atmosphere, the sun is killing you up. We're getting earthquakes now. All over the earth. California just had how many earthquakes? Over 1,000 earthquakes, and they're not talking about it on the news. Mississippi flooded. Washington, D.C. flooded. You got earthquakes going all over the damn place now. New Jersey's flooded. Tennessee's flooded. Ohio State's flooded. Idaho's flooded. Virginia is getting floods now. California's having serious problems over there. Flooding, earthquakes. Iran right now is 95% underwater. Why are they not telling you about this? But they want to talk about some kind of missile that they wanted to shoot to the U.S. That's bullshit. They're just talking bullshit on TV. The television lying to your ass again. God damn it. Search it up. 95% underwater. They can't even do shit with their crops no more. Their crops is of no use. All over the planet Earth and the United States, everywhere is being over flooded with water. And it's not done yet. Because the planet, she's waking up now. And you know what she's saying in the fourth dimension, speaking to those Anunnakis? She's saying she don't want this virus on her fucking body no more. So guess what? It's going to happen. The people that have been enslaved, destroyed, ripped apart out here in all kind of fucking ways, and have been butchered up in this fucking system, they are going to wake up, and they will get their fucking vengeance. They will seek, they're going to get what belongs to them. They're going to take it by force, and there is nothing this system or anything else in the entire fucking universe can do to stop it. It is inevitable. You understand that? I keep trying to tell y'all, this channel ain't for everybody. I ain't interested in making fucking friends on this damn channel. I'm interested in speaking the truth and spreading what the hell needs to be spread. Excuse me, my throat is a little dry. I'm not happy right now. But we're going to be happy very soon. Because you see, the sun is doing something right now. Right now, just recently, they said that they saw some kind of solar eclipse or whatever. That ain't no solar eclipse. That's Nibiru moving past the sun. And if you can't see that, then goddamn it, you're not very smart. The end is so close, I could almost taste it. And a lot of my brothers out here, y'all know the truth. A lot of the sisters out here, y'all know the truth. Very soon, this shit fitting to pop. This shit fitting to go down. They fitting to get their asses burned to fucking flames, man. You gonna have motherfuckers running out here on fire. Spontaneous combustion. Because you guys are sulfuric beings. You're not supposed to be on this planet. This is a solar-based planet. You are sulfuric beings. You're not supposed to be here. So a lot of y'all gonna be ignited on fire. You understand that? It's happening right now and they're not talking about it. Your banks is starting to close down. All these stores are starting to close up. And let me tell you something what's happening with this damn flooding. This damn flood is destroying all the damn crops that's out here. So guess what's gonna happen? All them tariffs is gonna go sky fucking high. And guess what the fuck else is gonna happen? I'm telling you, stock up on food, canned goods, beans, whatever y'all gotta get. Water, get limes for your water. Get gallon jugs of water. Get canned food, nuts, berries, whatever you can get. Get it now while you still can, because a lot of these supermarkets are gonna become very fucking barren very soon, and there ain't gonna be no food left. And the food that's gonna be left over, the prices are gonna go up sky high. You're gonna have people fighting at these supermarkets, killing each other for food. There ain't gonna be no food fucking left. Motherfuckers gonna be out here hungry, starving, dying, because they don't know what the fuck to do. While the world is in fucking mayhem and earthquakes is happening all over the fucking earth. Right there in fucking Europe, or right now, they're getting heat waves. Bicycles are melting. Explain why at such a cold place like that will be getting hot like this now. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. See, right now, Antarctica, the scientists already came out and said, I'll put the link below. I don't care. See for yourself, man. You think it's a fucking joke. The scientists and all these excavators and goddamn archaeologists and all these other motherfucking white boys talking about that they believe by 2020 that all the ice sheets are going to be completely disintegrated. They're going to be completely all water. And that all that water is going to overflow the entire earth. And that the entire earth is going to be plagued and pushed underwater. But that's not what's going to happen. Most of that water is already happening now. You see all this flooding happening, but most of that water a lot of that water is already flooding in Iran and stuff like that. That's why you got Iran 95% underwater and all that. But most of that water is gonna go into inner earth to be cleansed by the black sun inside our earth, man. The inner earth has a sun. It's called the black sun, man. You understand that? That water is gonna be purified and cleansed, and they're gonna put all the nutrients back into the water and all that. You understand that? The reason why Antarctica is 90 degrees or 114 degrees and all this other stuff, you see Europe at 114 degrees and it's getting closer to 117 degrees. Who you think is doing all that? You're Anunnaki. You're Anunnaki. You know why y'all wombs are barren? You know why you can't have no damn kids no more? And y'all out here not wondering why and don't even know how to have kids and all that, and your numbers and populations is going down as orcs? You Asians, you white people, all of y'all, all of you niggas, man, the East Indian niggas, all you Arabs and all that. You know why your numbers is going down? Because they declared it that this shit's about to come to a fucking end. It's coming to a fucking halt. You understand that? They decided that enough is enough with your offsprings. And your genetic code, y'all can't keep going no more. Y'all out of nature. So now you want to mix with black people and see if some of your genetic code can live off through that. It's not going to work for you. It's not going to work for you at all. Hey, y'all mad with this video? Honestly, I could give a shit less, man. I ain't doing this for popularity. I ain't doing this for none of that. I'm doing this for my people and my people alone. You orcs that come on here and want to talk all this stuff, man, so be it. It ain't personal. Whatever you want to talk about personal, oh, this is hate speech, hate mongering, whatever. That's what you orcs can talk about. You can talk shit all day. But this ain't hate that I'm speaking. This is not hate that I'm speaking. This is the truth. I put a warning, advisory on the video for a reason. If it's too much for you to take, don't watch the video. Some of you orcs is not even evil. Some of y'all is not evil though. But it don't matter. Y'all gotta go with the smackdown. We have made this video already. See, here's the thing though. Some of y'all, it's not y'all fault why y'all here, but it also is y'all fault why y'all here, because your ancestors brought their genetic line over here. You carrying the blood of guilt. You have guilty blood in your veins. So your bodies and your spirits must be sacrificed to those that y'all have put in suffering. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Check me out. Nibiru is here. Y'all just don't get it. Y'all think I'm talking shit. Wait. Look up Rap the News. Search it up. Think I'm playing around with you? Search up Rap the News. He confirmed that there is a planetary body out there moving past the sun, and that's where you're getting all your so-called solar eclipses from. That's where you're getting them from. All those solar eclipses from all those years, 2009, all that stuff, that was planet Nibiru the whole time, getting closer and closer and closer and closer, and now it is already here, and other planetary bodies are going to be showing up too, and they think that they can use this 5G technology to fuck our asses up, but that shit ain't gonna work, player. You hear? And here's something else too. See, you're gonna want to get your food up. You're gonna want to get this shit up real soon, brothers and sisters, because you don't know what's coming. Believe me, they telling you that this shit gonna come, but believe me, it's gonna be a lot more than just this shit coming, man. It's gonna be the end of this system. You gonna see motherfuckers running down the street burning on fire. Y'all gonna see people smacking their dog shit out of each other. You're gonna see dogs barking from here to fucking Sam Hill, from here to Timbuktu. You're gonna have people knocking the shit out of each other like as if it was UFC in an octagon. You're gonna have the cops going every fucking where you go. You're gonna see motherfuckers flying in the sky shooting lasers at these motherfuckers. Motherfucking bodies blowing up, falling all over the place. It's gonna be Armageddon in this bitch. You know why? Because it's gonna be World War III in this motherfucker. And a lot of people ain't gonna be prepared for this shit. And that's why I made this fucking video. Because this shit ain't even out of hatred. It's out of fucking reality. September the 21st, 2019, leading up to 2020. Why? Because we said y'all only have 400 years. September the 21st, 1619. Remember that shit, player. Remember that shit, player hater. Remember that shit. Because we told y'all this. We told y'all this. And y'all want to play us like we fools or some shit. Like we don't know who the hell our people are. I'm going to tell you something else. Eventually, you're going to start getting all these earthquakes all over the fucking earth. And it's going to be happening simultaneously. Now you can start to get 6.2 earthquakes and all this 7-something earthquakes. You're getting all these earthquakes in California. My boy, we spoke on Facebook or whatever. He's telling me that these earthquakes is happening over there. He said the earth must be cranking up and all this. And I'm telling him, yeah, you damn right. Jay Vass, me and him talking and all this. He's telling me all this shit happening. He said this shit's fucking insane. This shit crazy. He's scared for his life. Because he knows it's true. He knows that this shit's going down. He knows it's going down. Sirius is already here and this shit it's fitting to get hot as fucking this motherfucker. Y'all think this is hot? Oh, wait till mid-August, yo. All the way up to September. Oh, man, it's going to be hot as fuck. Believe that. A lot of these lakes are drying up. All you orc beings that want to create all these GMO foods and GMO crops and GMO potatoes and all this other shit. You know why your GMOs is dying? Because the sun is destroying that shit. It's over for y'all. It's over for y'all. I'm telling you straight the fuck up on Sirius in the Temple. It's over for y'all. Y'all should have never came here. We told y'all to leave. And we told your elites and your ones in power, we would come and visit. Every few years, we would come and visit and tell them, yo, just leave off the planet. We're going to let y'all go. We ain't even going to kill y'all none. Just go. Just leave our people out of this shit. Take y'all spaceships and just go. And they refused every fucking single time that we allowed them to get off the planet. So now, all the warnings is up. Now we're going to take you out by force. You feel me? And we ain't going to want to hear no fucking complaints. And when y'all asking us, why? And bodies are charred up in the street. And y'all hiding in the shade because the sun is going warm. And Nibiru is doing or pushing out all that solar-based energy, all that photon energy, all that. Y'all can't handle all that. Y'all gonna be literally seeing our people changing right before your eyes. You think this is a joke? This ain't no damn joke over here. And y'all want to talk about, oh, we all brothers and sisters, we all human beings, and we all the same people. Fuck out of here. We ain't all the same people out here. This is dealing with different species. Okay? Alright, this concludes today's video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your boy Serious in the Temple, and I'm out. And yeah, this shit getting serious. I got another video coming out. The battery's a little low, so when it cuts off, it cuts off. Yeah. I want you guys to understand. This is trying times right now. Get ready for this whole September thing, because it's fitting to go down in this motherfucker. You feel me? I'm sorry for the rude language and all this. I'm in a mood right now. I'm in a mood right now. You feel me? I'm in a mood right now. So we tried to tell y'all to leave, because we're not violent, aggressive beings, and we saw what kind of horrible things y'all was doing on this planet, and we were like, these people are losing their damn minds. Why are they doing these horrible things? So I'm gonna leave it off like this. The earth, because of what y'all did, and Nibiru fell away from our earth. That part of the poles, the north and south poles, because there was no heat being provided from the second sun, because it is a sun as well. It's not just a planet. If the earth got into a rage because she became unbalanced, she got angry, and the water started quadrupling in 4 times and 5 times. It just went up into the air, into the atmosphere, and then the water, it rose into the atmosphere, and it was doing tidal waves and all this other crazy madness, and then the water just froze up. There was no heat being provided in those areas. And then the so-called South Pole as well. Same thing happened. It froze over. Because of you assholes blowing the shit up and fucking with our planet and its access points and all this. Y'all created Antarctica. Y'all created all these ice sheets on our planet. This is a tropical planet. There ain't supposed to be no ice here. It ain't supposed to be snowing. It ain't supposed to be having no fall at all. It's supposed to be summer all the time. And y'all came here and fucked that up. And y'all using Tesla's technology and all this other stuff to control the weather out here with those machines, those damn towers up there. The animals hate it. The animals are starving. The trees fucking hate it. Y'all out of nature. Y'all trying to cool off the planet with the chemtrails and all this, so the planet won't heat up and y'all asses won't get fried. But this time around it's gonna happen because y'all didn't listen. Y'all not supposed to be on this planet. This planet was not made for y'all. And now the inhabitants of the planet are pissed off and getting ready to fucking smolder your ass in flames. You understand? Saying hatred that I'm speaking, it's the truth. The planet did a pole shift, and so much shit happened. People were frozen in those places. The woolly mammoths, all those people were frozen and died off over there. You had giants that died after exposure to these rays and all the technology that we had. So much advanced, super advanced technology that was here that got destroyed in all this. You understand? And you know, it's just crazy. It's just sad what happened here. Y'all butchered people, killed people up, and trying to enslave people, and y'all did all kinds of madness. Somebody has to pay for that. Whether you want to accept it or not is not the issue. I'm not going to dispute that with you in the comment section. So please don't go there, because I'm not going to pay no attention to it. The point of the matter is this, okay? Somebody's got to pay for this shit, okay? All right, y'all came here and put y'all ships in Area 51. Y'all got your hangars in there. You got all kinds of spaceships up in there. Alright? And you got your elites that are with these insectillions and draconians that are up in there and they're in power. Well, they're falling out of power now and they know it. They're fucking screwed. They know that. And I got other videos to come out here and make and talk about all this stuff. You know, we're going to get in depth with all this stuff, you know, as much as we possibly can, and understand that our people are not going to stay fucked up in this situation, whether you want to accept it or not. And to those orcs that's out there that created all this madness, these Chinese, these white people and all of them, and the Arabs and the East Indian people and all this, y'all days are numbered, man. Y'all days are numbered. This system is about to fucking collapse. Anybody that has eyes to see, that's seeing what's going on out here, we've seen all the flooding happening. We see all the crops being destroyed out here. Very soon there's not going to be no food left. We're going to have a food shortage all over the fucking planet. You're going to see for yourself. all the crops is being destroyed. Looking up farms flooding, earthquakes happening. Florida, California, Tennessee, Ohio State, Idaho, Tennessee, Mississippi. Search it up. Search these things up. Go on LisaCabrera.com. Go on Lisa Cabrera on YouTube. Go to many other places. You got Dabu77. You got all these other places, which I don't really trust him like that, you know. But you know, he puts up some stuff, some good stuff every now and then. Go ahead and check. You got people that's really seeing what's going on here. The amount of flooding and earthquakes that's happening is on a ridiculous scale. It's not even normal, man. And all this stuff is getting ready to be set up because the earth is about to go into its new stage of evolution. You have other land masses that's going to come out of the earth, out of the ocean waters. We are going into the arc cycle of Aquarius now. The Pisces age is about to end. There's a new age coming. And with that, our people will rise like the burning phoenix from the ashes from the flame. And I would like to say, peace and love to you and yours. And catch the next video on Sirius in the Temple Spiritual Network. Sirius out, and you guys take care of your loved ones. Like I said, stock up on food. Stock up on food, nuts and grains, water. Anything that you guys can get right now, stock up, guys, stock up. Y'all don't understand what's fitting to happen in coming September now. In the later part of September. Y'all gonna see all kinds of stuff going down, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, what's happening on this planet is not normal, man. And those ice sheets are about to melt very soon. They are about to melt. And our government is about to lose all kinds of fucking control right now because they trying to hide what's happening out here. Search it up. Iran is 90% underwater. There is no missile crisis. There is no missile crisis. Search it up. All you got a laptop, you got a computer, you got a phone. Search it up, and you will see for yourself. They lying. They talking shit because they don't want you to know what's really happening on Earth. The Earth has now awakened, and she is fucking pissed. And guess who she's mad at? The ones that are outside of nature. You orcs. The ones that are not supposed to be here. Y'all came. You damn spliced ogres, man. Y'all came here and fucked up a whole lot of shit. Y'all killing nature. You're killing Mother Nature's children. Y'all fucking up the ocean waters. Y'all fucking up everything. Y'all wearing sunscreen and then going into the water and then y'all fucking up the water. Everything y'all touch is destroyed because y'all monsters. Y'all may look more human because you put 2% of the carbon genetic from the African markers within you. But y'all origin comes from monstrous beings. Y'all infight amongst each other. Y'all don't know how to love each other. Y'all destroy your own home world. It's been replenished now because y'all use Earth as a medium to use the soil from Earth and all that stuff to go over there and to Stargate portals in Russia to try to repair your planet. But those Stargates are destroyed. And for the most part, the people that are over there don't want y'all there. Here is where y'all gonna pay for all the shit that y'all did, whether you want to accept it or not. Like I said, look at the beginning of the video. I told you, there ain't no hatred, there ain't no none of this and that. It's just the facts. And if you don't like the video, goddamn it, you know what? That's your business, man. You don't want to believe it? You don't have to. This video, look, I told you, this channel was made for certain people, and it was not made for certain people. It is what it is. And now the Earth is getting ready to do a pole shift reverse. What goes around comes around. And now y'all about to see. She's out there, you know. Nibiru, she's out there. And very soon, she's going to become uncloaked. I wonder what y'all going to do then. I wonder what y'all going to do then. I know my eyes look crazy as fuck. I didn't get no sleep last night. That's why I look crazy as fuck like that. Hey, it happens. You know, you stay up all night researching. You know, you don't get no sleep. Shit happens. So, y'all sure y'all prepared for this shit? Because I know my carbon-based people, I know y'all ready for this shit, for the most part. But a lot of y'all still going to these churches, and these churches ain't about shit. They're about taking your fucking money and keeping you worshiping some kind of white god or some shit. A lot of you motherfuckers need to come off that shit now. A lot of y'all coming off of it, but we need more of y'all. It's like a blind leading the fucking blind out here. Look, I'm gonna end it off with this. I'm gonna just say serious out. But I'm gonna just give y'all a message like this. I'm gonna just keep it plain and simple. When you destroy someone's home world and come and enslave and kill off their people for hundreds of years on end, and pretend and behave in a manner to where you think you can just run around and do whatever you like, there is recompense for that. There is payment. You have to pay a price, a heavy toll for that. And whether you're prepared to pay the price, it's not up for discussion. It's not up for debate. You will pay, regardless if you're a good orc or a bad orc. It doesn't matter. Your bloodline is all that matters in the eyes of what you refer to as retribution or justice or whatever. You have Anunnaki warriors coming here ready to destroy your bloodline. It's already, the ones that are already here are gonna freaking finish y'all off. It don't matter, yo. That shit have never came to this planet and did what y'all did. That shit was horrifying. It was absolutely disgusting. These Hispanics that's out here, a lot of them are gonna survive because they have that bloodline. They got that carbon-based bloodline within them. And you have a few Hispanics that are gonna die off. Yeah. You're gonna have some of them that are gonna die off. The ones that have been mixed out with the orc blood, which whatever kind of orc blood, I'm talking about the ones that have been mixed out. The hybrids, for the most part, will survive. You know, but that also depends too. Not every single hybrid is gonna survive. We'll get in deeper in these conversations later on. There's a lot of shit that's fitting to happen, man. There's a lot of shit that's fitting to happen. A lot of people are not prepared for this. So I'm gonna end this video off, you know, and I'm gonna go get me some sleep. I'm a little tired, but I know this video, right? Shit's crazy, man. Yes, these people are your Israelites from planet Egypt. They came on spaceships to our world to wreak havoc and destruction and steal, you know, our resources and stuff like that and kill our people up. We will be talking about this again soon, and we will be going in more in depth on the topic of the subject at hand. This isn't hatred. It's not even the hatred. The hate energy is not even necessary. It's not necessary. This is factual information. Your Bible speaks about your entire history, so you know I'm not lying to you. So you already know that I'm not lying to you. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's about time somebody came and told y'all the truth about that little Bible. Look, you got a Bible in your home, piss on it and burn it. That's what I say. Piss on it and burn it, because it's just lies, deceit, and deception, man. It's just talking about their entire history and making you want to be what they are, making you worship their God or whatever. It's bullshit. And these fucking Mormons, man, I hope they burn in flames. I'm so sick of these goddamn assholes running around trying to convert people to their bullshit. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. Alright, guys, I'm out. Serious out. Catch you guys on the next video. J Vass, stay up, man. Yo, Salvador, man. Yo, stay up, big homie. I love you, man. Olivia, man, I hope you like this video. You know, we'll definitely talk again. Luis, hey, this is another good video. I know the video was hard to digest and all this stuff, but try to understand. There's a lot of information out there that you guys don't understand. J Vass, you the man. Yo, Jared, you the man. Yo, Joshua Lewis, I hope you're watching this. Hope you guys are taking in this information. You know, so there's a lot of stuff out there that you guys just don't know, and it's finna come around that time now that y'all gonna start feeling these earthquakes and tremors and all this other stuff happening all over the earth, and very soon people gonna start panicking and stuff like this. Y'all better get y'all food up.
Yeah, so with that, you guys, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Serious in the Temple, and I'm out. You guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be uploading most likely on Saturday or next week, or possibly even before if I get the time. You know how these things work. I'm sorry that you guys have to wait for all the videos and stuff like this. Alright, you guys. Peace out. Serious out.